Hi, welcome to the first week of May in our music lesson. And I'm sorry we're not together because, especially with upper elementary, it really helps if we all have our instruments and are working. At this point, what we would have probably been doing is working on two xylophone pieces. One we already started, and I think you were going to master it really fast. And that one was Dandelion, which was an easy song in a lot of ways, but it was supposed to be sung and played. So I was waiting to see how the singing would go with the playing, and I'm pretty sure that was going to be not a problem. The next song that I'm going to show you, and that's a little later today, is on xylophone, was the Drinking Gourd, and I was going to work with you on creating an accompaniment to it along with the guitar, and you would be using xylophones. Now, since I'm not able to do that, I've come up with a simple accompaniment, kind of thing I would come up with, and I'll show you some of the ideas that I'm using a little later on in the lesson. Anyway, I wanted to say hi, and I wanted to read out your names just to tell you that I've thought about all of you individually one time or another in the last few weeks, and you've all contributed something super important to our lessons, and it should be acknowledged. And I may even, before the year's up, I may take a moment to acknowledge each one of you individually and comment or just thank you for the gifts that you brought. So let me just say your names, because that is kind of nice to do. I'm saying hello, and in a way I'm thanking you too for your good participation. So I'm going to start the way I have the list. Willoughby's on top, so I start with Willoughby, Violet, Cassie, Lillian, Lucas, Owen, Rainier. By the way, Rainier, I thought you were gone. It turns out you're in Mexico and working, so I'm glad you're still around. Anna, Sophia, Naomi, Zev, Aya, Reed, Finn, Sonia, Pema, Marion, Ryan, Maya, Eva, Elena, Zale, Flora, Leilani, and LB. All of you have given us a lot, and some of you I've known since back in the preschool days. And the last person I read, LB's one of them, Reed's another, and there are a few more of you. Elena, go back to the old campus, and just before kindergarten. So anyway, that's a long time, and we've done some good work in that time. Now, let's go to the lesson now. But I just want to say hi. So the first thing I'm going to do is start with the shruti. And we're working, right now, you guys, I'm working a lot when we sing on you starting to see the notes on paper more. Now, we do a lot of warm-ups like this with just the voice, and using sometimes the hand signals, do, re, mi, but I'm going to use the Indian today, I think. So, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. If you haven't memorized them, don't worry. I'll just do a few. But it's basically, instead of do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do, it's sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Right? Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Anyway, let me start. Sa, re, ma, ga. Pa, ma, pa, re. Sa, re, pa, re. Sa, ga, re, ma. Sa, ma, ga, re. Sa, pa, ma, ga. Ga, re, ga, sa. Da, pa, ga, sa. Let me show you the hands again. That was da, pa, ga, sa. Okay, try that again. Good. Um, Now those are when you jump from a note to the next one, like we've talked about in some of the other lessons that we talked about that we've been doing on video, and I think I've mentioned in class, not much, but that's called an interval. Jumping from one note to the next is called an interval, meaning the distance from one note to the next. So sa re, that's called a second. Do re, 1 2. If you use numbers to count the scale, it can be like this. Do re, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So music's a 7-letter alphabet, and then it repeats again on 8 with whatever note you started on. 7 letters. So why you get a second out of jumping from do re is just because that's from 1 to 2. Okay, and mi is the 3, or ga, that's 3. Do, re, mi, sa, re, ga, right? So, and then, all the other intervals can be called their appropriate names. Now, we've been working on sight singing on the perfect fifth, which is do, sol, do. And one of the songs that we know comes out, everybody knows it, even in preschool, people already know it, is twinkle, twinkle, little. Now on the little, it leaves the fifth, of course. It goes to the sixth, okay? 1 5 6 6 5 4 4 3 3 2 2 1, right? It's doing that. But we're just actually doing something very easy, guys, which is memorizing the fifth. Do, you sing. I'm going to sing it once, but I'm not going to give it to you as hardly ever again because I want you to know it. So, do, sol, that's what you'll be able to find. Twinkle, you'll sing the next note on you. If I go twinkle, you go twinkle, because you know it. Let's just use that to remind you where that note is, how far it is away from the very first note, one or do. Okay? Now, let's talk about some of the studies we did with the sight singing. I want to just move over there for a second. And let's see, I had some stuff here. If you remember, we had a silly little song called Lullaby Lou, and it was in the book. Right? And here, let me